Hello YouTubers! Today I'm going to explain you how to make a cool BFF bracelet. But first of all I want to say sorry for my bad English. I know it ain't that good, but I hope you can understand this and that I can teach you how to make this cool bracelet. I've been making bracelets quite a long time now. At first I started with crochet yarn. It's tiny type of yarn, and you can add pretty much everything you want. You have some arrows on it, really cool. And this famous Dutch football club, pretty cool, huh? Could add some stars if you want. But today I'm going to show you how to do a bracelet using other type of yarn, and that's cotton yarn. It's a bit thicker and it works a lot easier. And just for teaching you how to do this, I made something and I hope you can understand it when I show it you this big. I have a really this ain't gonna be a bracelet, but just for showing you how a bracelet like this works, because it's a lot bigger. So I made this undone. Now, just like with my bracelets, I have 7 strings and another color of string to wrap around it. I'm not sure what colors I'm gonna use for the bracelet, but yeah, this was the only thick rope I had, so I will be using white and blue. 7 strings, so my design can be 7 pixels high and endless pixels wide. The first step of the heart is pulling the second and the third string to the left. This is my first. Then I make one wrap around it with my blue string. For the second column, I put the first 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's not so handy what I'm doing. And then I put a wrap around it with blue. For the third column, I need the first 5 to be left. And 1 wrap around it. Yes. For the next column, I need the first string to be to the right side and the middle 5 to the left side. Wrap around it. I try to make this blue string as tight as possible. That's very important to do with the bracelet as well. For the next column, I need the bottom 5 to be on the left side and the first 2 need to be the right sides. And 1 wrap around it with blue. Really tight. Yep. For the next column, I put the lowest string to the right and the middle 5 to the left. Wrap around it. I'll put the design in the description box. I don't know what the name is, but under this video, right? For the next one, I need the first 5 strings to be visible and the bottom 2 not to be visible. Wrap around it. Yep. Next column, the first 4 to be visible and 1 wrap around it. Oh, that's going okay. Oh, it's a hummingbird. Oop. Yep. For the next one, I need the second and the third to be visible. So I put them to the left. The rest of the strings in the right order I put to the right. It's very important to keep the same order. For instance, if I put this one here, then this would look a bit, yeah, how do you say it? Not good. And one wrap around it with the blue. So reorganize this. And the last one, for spacing and for the hearts to become visible, I put all my strings to the right, correct order, and I wrap around it with blue. And as you can see, I made myself a heart. Yep. So, what you guys think? Worked out pretty cool, I think. So, now I'm going to make a bracelet. So, as you can see, I have some cotton yarn now instead of the big rope. I have a piece of plastic on which I attached 7 green strings using a bit of tape, and then I made a cut right where my thumb is, and I put a black string in there, and then I wrapped the black string a couple of times around the green strings. So I think this is enough for the side of the bracelet, but you are free to add some extra wraps around it for spacing. So yeah, the heart, it's pretty much the same as it was with the big ropes. I take the second and the third string, I put them to the left because in the first row those are the 2 pixels I want to see. And then I make a wrap around it. And for the next column I want the first 4 to be visible, so I put them to the left and make a wrap around it. Next column, the first 5 and a wrap around it. Then I pull the first one back to the right and string 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 to the left, and an extra wrap around it, and this one and the second one goes to the right, and a wrap around it. So now I'm pretty much halfway the heart, and if I pull all the strings to the right just to show you, you can see that the heart is halfway done. So now I'm going to do exactly the same, but then mirrored. So I have this one visible. Yep, one wrap around it. And the top one, this one goes back to the right. One wrap around it. Then I pick this one, the 5th one, and one wrap around it. Then I pick the first one and the 4th to the right for the final column of the heart, and one wrap around it. Now I put all the strings to the right in the right order, and I wrap around it and pulling this tight, and as you can see I have a heart right now. Well, isn't that just amazing? Looks pretty well, I think. So for extra spacing between the heart and the B, I add 5 extra wraps with black. And I'm going to do the first letter, the B. I will be fast forwarding the rest of this bracelet, so you get to see it how it looks when it's done. So as you can see, I'm done with all the characters. I made 2 hearts and BFF, and by pulling the green strings it's a bit tricky, but I can really tie this up. Now it's done, and now what I want is to have the same amount of space that I have here on this side of the heart. I want it here as well, and then I want to end my bracelet. So what I do, I make a cut on roughly the same space as I used here, so that will be about here. Cut and another cut. So this is where I can make where I tie up the black string. So now I make a few wraps around it. Like that. Oh, and the string just broke loose, so be careful that it doesn't break on you on a place where you don't want it. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna cut this on roughly 1/2 centimeter. Like that. So it's almost done, but to secure this thread and this thread, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab a lighter. I'm going to burn the plastic that's inside. And while it's hot, it's the most tricky part of the bracelet, I think. I'm gonna blow and grab my knife and pull it to there. And repeat that. So, like this. And on the other side as well. So this bracelet took me about 8 minutes for the characters. But if it's your first bracelet, I think you will be needing a bit much more time, but when you get the hang of it, it's not that hard. And here you go. A cool BFF bracelet. Be careful with this, it can be hot. So, here you have it, a BFF bracelet. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the thumb up button and make sure to subscribe. See you next time!